All right. So, also, do you think Knack has like a southern drawl or like an Australian
I
accent?
don't know.
I'm torn between the two.
When I'm leaning towards Australian, but I think Southern would be
Hmm.
way funnier.
Southern would be funnier, and we also already have an Aussie Sonic character. We have Marine the Raccoon.
I did not know that, but yeah, that
Yeah,
I
she's an Aussie apparently.
okay. Yeah, I like Southern drawl. Then I think that's funny.
Yeah. But also he looks like an Australian.
He does. It's the
He
hat.
looks. It's the hat. Yeah.
It's the fucking hat. We'll
He
figure it
looks like
out.
he's. He looks like he's either from Texas or the Outback and nowhere else.
Maybe he's both.
Maybe he was bored. But I mean, he can't be from both. He's on Mobius, but it's not called Mobius anymore.
It's called not
because,
Australia.
because Archie Comics has the copyright on the term on the Sonic planet being called Mobius apparently. So therefore it can no longer be referred to as anything but Sonic's world in the comics now.
I knew that was gonna fucking happen.
Leo's grumpy. Why are you grumpy, Leo?
Stupid
What happened?
shit with my drawing program. I like had
Oh.
I had the settings weird, and I was like, okay, I'll fix that, and I didn't fix it, and it confused me. So
Okay.
it's like, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
Is it like when you were drawing like the curved line and then it just like plopped into a straight line?
No, I accidentally changed the opacity of a brush that I was using, like
Ah.
all the way down, so it wasn't showing up. I was like, why isn't it fucking working? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I remember doing
Yeah.
that and being like, oh shit, I gotta fix that.
So after we said that, hey, we haven't recorded a whole lot of footage, we proceeded to record like an extra 20 minutes. So we should probably
Yeah, let's call it.
high time for us to call it. All right. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Have a lovely evening or whatever, and
Fuck Disney, pirate all their shit,
yeah,
make your own stories, don't give up, etc. I'm sure not.
don't be a Circle 7.
That's not their fault.
It's super not their fault. Pixar doesn't hold anything against them, but they held everything against Disney, which is completely fair.
Fuck Disney. That's the moral of the story.
I'm still reeling from Pixar. I think that's so funny.
I'm so glad you like that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, Pixar. I kind of don't want that to be the title of the episode,
I think it has to be.
but it kind of has to be. Yeah, because what else is there?
Pics aren't.
Pics aren't. God, what a story!
What a story.
What a story, Mark.
What a story, Mark. Just for the record, I don't want to do a deep dive episode on The Room. I hate that movie so much.
Like genuinely,
Yeah, it makes me viscerally uncomfortable. I really don't like that movie.
that's really interesting.
I saw a Riff Tracks live of that movie and I could barely stomach it. I really hate that movie.
Is it because of all the sex?
Kinda, yeah. It's really gross and weird and I don't like it.
Yeah. A little weird behind the scenes thing about that movie. Any actress who auditioned for the role of Lisa, there was a bed in the audition room, and they had to make out with Tommy Wiseau as part of their audition.
That's so fucking gross.
It's super gross. Most of the actresses who turned up, they saw that Tommy was going to be the romantic lead, and they left.
That's
Most of
really
them just
funny.
left after looking at him. They were like, nope.
That's super fair, honestly.
Yeah. Also, he had his own toilet built for set. Like a bathroom that only he could use.
What a freak.
And there wasn't a door for the bathroom. There was just a curtain. That you could draw open. So, the only thing that was separating his naked ass pooping and the rest of the outside world was a curtain.
That's the worst. I don't think I like this man, actually.
He's an absurdly weird and gross and creepy man. Yeah, I don't think I can do a deep dive. There, you know what? If y'all want to know about the production of The Room. There's an episode of the podcast Do Go On that did a pretty good take on The Room and like the production of it. Go check that out.
Yeah, that's... I don't want to do it.
They've already done it. They've already done it, and they probably did it better than we can. And I'd honestly...
Better than we would want to.
Better than we would want to. I'm not even that tired. I feel... I'm not even tired. I just, like, don't want to keep talking. Or, you know what? Not even that. I'm just...
Disappointed.
I'm just disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, no. Jessie's disappointed in you, Disney. You better shape up.
You better shape up or ship out. They say that in the Boo Brothers.
Oh, man. I said search me unironically, like, yesterday, I think. I think Tyler asked me something about Pokemon, and they were like, oh, like, what is this? Or, like, what does this type do or whatever? I'm like, search me. And I'm like, wait. Oh, no.
That's so funny.
It's like it's a pretty funny phrase, honestly.
Yeah. Is this gonna be our Rosebud? Is, like, every episode of our show gonna have, like, a reference to Boo Brothers?
I don't think so. Not if I can help it.
We've done it every episode thus far. It feels... it feels only pertinent that we continue.
Nah, I'm not gonna put forth that effort.
I am.
Oh my god. I will, like, next time I host an episode, I will purposefully cut it out. Just to be an asshole.
No, don't be mean. Don't be mean to my vision. Alright. Enjoy, and...
Thank you guys for listening to Best Boys Deep Dive. We will be back with the next episode on Sonic the Hedgehog, and I keep saying this, but I want to record an episode of Best Boys proper so I can talk about some film festival stuff that I'm doing, and we can have Tyler on as a guest. And I have, like, a comic series that I'm, like, sort of working on. And, yeah, so we have, like, some stuff to talk about on our, like, regular show.
Mike, isn't it sad that, like, the only thing I can really talk about on our show is just either I do another dumb segment or I, like, just talk about, like, hey, so I'm writing horny fanfics on DeviantArt now. Like, that's all I've been doing.
I mean, that's
only,
still
like,
something
progress I've made.
That's still something that you're working on. I mean, if you're like uncomfortable sharing it, you don't have to, obviously. But
I feel like you're uncomfortable with me sharing it.
It definitely depends.
You definitely, like, cut out a bit of an episode where I plugged my NSFW Twitter.
Yeah, because that's, like, your naked body. Like, I think that's a little inappropriate. That's like Griffin McElroy being like, hey, follow my premium Snapchat. Like, what? I think that's, like, pretty inappropriate, actually.
That's completely fair. But also, we have one listener.
Shout out to our one listener!
Shout out to our one listener. You want to see my titties?
I'm gonna get a text about that. Like, they're literally going to text me and be like, "Damn, okay."
Damn word. I guess Jessie wants me to see their tits.
Wig, okay.
Have you seen? They recently released the trailer for the Steven Universe movie.
Yes.
That was at Comic-Con. Did you see the tweet that Cartoon Network put it in?
No.
Because the tweet literally had the phrase wig or whatever in it.
Oh! Yeah. I remember seeing that and I was like, oh, come on.
So funny. It was literally like wigs from here to San Diego or whatever. Like, check out the trailer for this wig snatching trailer for our lit new Steven Universe movie coming this Cocktober to Cartoon Network.
Oh no.
Dab on him. Oh, hit that whip.
Pearl voice. Cocktober.
We've just been riffing nonsense for the past, like, 30 minutes.
Garnet voice. Dab on him.
Dab on him.
Dab on him.
And Amethyst come in and is like, stop. Y'all are being the worst.
Stop it. Even though it'd probably be Amethyst doing all that. I don't know.
Oh, no, Amethyst would be doing that, but she looks at Pearl and Garnet is like, ugh.
Yeah,
It's like your
mom.
loser mom. Yeah, exactly.
Your loser mom. That's so funny. It's like your shitty mom that you hate. Oh my god.
Remember when we were talking about your dad, like, having a bad haircut or whatever?
No, it was my dad,
You
like, not shaving his beard. And I was like, it's not doing him any favors. And you were like, man, you look like dog shit, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then we were talking about fucking greeting cards when I was in the shower. I was like on the phone with you in the shower. And you were talking about like,
you lost it.
oh my god. I was like high in the shower and I was on the phone with you and we were talking about like those greeting cards that you send to your friends when y'all are getting old and it's like, yeah, you're old and you look like garbage. It sucks, right? It's like sending your friend a card. It's just like, hey, you look like dog shit. Like, it's so funny.
Y'all know the cards we're talking about, though, right?
Yeah, it's like you're over the hill, your balls are falling off, like,
yeah,
everything about you is broken.
It has, like, a cartoon old lady with, like, a pink, like a cardigan and, like slippers and, like, a walker or whatever, and she's just, like, and she's wearing, like, sunglasses just to show how obscenely old she is, and she's like, hey, you're old now, just like me.
Hey, your dick's broken.
Isn't it the worst? Yeah, you can't keep it up with your wife anymore.
Check out my saggy tits.
Yeah.
You look like shit, Phil.
The only happiness that comes to my life is when I open up a can of Bud Light in the afternoon.
Gotta have my wine. I'm an alcoholic. It sucks so bad getting old, right?
God, after I've been fired from a multi-billion-dollar corporation, there's nothing better than returning to my office, going into the ball pit, and getting wine drunk at 11 a.m. on a Friday.
Man, I sure did come home from work today and have a beer at like 1 in the afternoon. So like, I can't really talk. But also I work at Target, so that's allowed.
Yeah. God. It's still crazy to me that they like all got fired basically from Disney and they all went back to their office to get drunk.
What a fucking mood though. That's like legendary. That was probably like it was probably like really sad, but probably like the most lit party like ever.
Well, here's the thing. Like that's the Pixar like office is like notorious of like there's like a ball pit and like a slide and whatever, and there's like so much like candy and there's pizza parties every week or whatever. Like, Pixar's, like, this, like, super cool, like, you know, all the chairs are beanbag chairs or whatever.
It's like Google.
Like, yeah, so they're, like, just in the ball pit getting wine drunk with, like, just a smorgasbord of, like, pizza and pot and just drowning their sorrows.
Do you think that Pixar provided weed for their animators? Probably not.
I heard someone, it might have been Dougie McCritic, say of the Good Dinosaur, that they were probably on pot when they came up with the idea for that. What?
On pot. That's really funny.
Leo and his friends have determined that the only people who say pot
are people who don't smoke weed.
Don't smoke.
Like, don't smoke regularly.
And the people who say weed are people who do smoke regularly. And people who say cannabis are people who smoke regularly and also work at a dispensary. I
ran that theory by my friend who works at a dispensary, and they agreed with me, so that's funny.
Yeah. So
they were like, oh my god, that's so true!
I definitely say pot because it's a lot funnier than weed, I think.
I don't know, it just sounds so goobery. It sounds like...
Oh, it sounds super goobery.
It sounds like my mom, hilarious. Because my mom definitely says pot.
Mm-hmm. It makes me think of Reefer Madness for some reason.
You want some pot?
Yeah.
Hank Hill voice. Pot?
Pot, huh?
Pot. Yeah, whenever...
Sure is. Sure is a heck of a drug, that pot.
The devil's lettuce.
I'll tell you what, if I ever
What?
smoked a joint in my
Well, I'll
life...
tell you what.
I'll tell you what. Damn it, Bobby, I told you not to smoke the pot in my house.
The pot.
The pot.
The pot.
He's on the pot.
He's on the pot!
The Canadians brought the pot into my home.
The Canadians.
The Canadians. There's an episode of King of the Hill where, like, Canadians move in next door or whatever. And, like, they're afraid of the Canadians or whatever. And every time they're, like, talking about them, they're like, oh, the Canadians were out. Or whatever. Like, the Canadians just came over and gave us a very strange-looking can of beer. Or whatever. Like, that's the entire episode. It's just, I don't trust the Canadians. And then at the end, it's like, the Canadians weren't so bad after all. Or maybe the Canadians were really bad. I don't remember.
I have no idea. I don't really watch King of the Hill.
I didn't even watch King of the Hill. I watched a review of an episode of King of the Hill on YouTube, and it was one of those. It was one of those, like, cartoon reviewers or whatever.
Oh, with
on
like
YouTube.
3 sprites that are all just yelling.
Yeah, they all watched a little too much Dougie McCritic and decided that they were gonna be him too. And like, yeah, they have like cartoon sprites of their like personas or whatever, like talking about how this new character from Fairly Odd Parents is definitely a Mary Sue, or whatever.
This movie has tropes. Burn it.
Doug, is that you?
Doug.
God,
Take away his power. Just refer to him as Doug.
Or Dougie McCritic, as we have been referring to him as.
I'm just gonna call him Doug. I think that's way funnier, to be honest. There's no title
Honestly,
associated. There's like...
You know what?
It's just Doug.
You know what? I completely agree. Also, for the record, this is a... Well, you know what? You know what? I'm still feeling a little bit of energy. New segment.
I don't. I wanna leave. My air conditioner's been off for like 3 hours, and I need to turn it on or I'm gonna die.
No. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep going. Mini deep dive. Here we go. I watched a bit of Kickassia the other day.
Oh no.
And look, the intention was I was gonna watch the whole thing, and I was gonna come back here. I was gonna do a little funny song and dance for y'all about how terrible Kickassia is.
No, you were gonna do a little song and dance for you. Singular. For our one listener.
Well, you and also you, Leo.
Okay.
Yeah, so that constitutes a y'all. So here's the thing. I forgot that it's terrible, so I could only stomach 25 minutes of it before I had to turn it off. So I'm not doing a deep dive on it, Suburban Nights, or To Boldly Flee, even though they are all hilariously terrible, and I would love to do a deep dive on them if I could, but I just can't bring myself to do it. However, mini deep dive, right here, right now, Kickassia is garbage. It is so bad. You never saw Kickassia or any of Doug's other movies,
I
did
never
you?
bothered to watch any of Doug's stuff that wasn't just like normal critic videos, because I never thought they were very good or funny.
Oh, and you had the right idea. Kickassia is, of the 3, the one that has the least plot, which makes it the best and the worst of the bunch, I think. Because on the one hand, it's not being overly complicated and throwing in all these these bits that are trying to make the audience feel things for the characters and whatever. But also, it's the most boring, and it does the least things.
That's funny.
So it's kind of a real, like, give and take situation. Kickassia is about the nostalgic Doug.
The nostalgic Doug.
The nostalgic Doug. the character that Doug has played for many years, which ultimately is just Doug, decides that he's going to invade the micronation of Molossia, which is a real thing, a real place. It's a micronation in Nevada. He's going to invade it with all of his critic-y friends, and they just kind of go along with it because the critic compares them to Nazis or whatever.
Okay.
And they decide to go with it. And they... You know what? It's not funny, and it's written like crap, because Doug has very clearly never watched any of his friends' shows.
That is really funny.
But the guy in charge of Molossia, who's played by the real... I'm sorry, I'm holding you hostage.
I'm turning on the AC. I need to leave.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Leo's... I have angered my friend by holding him hostage so I can yell about how terrible Doug is.
It's just so fucking loud, and it overworks itself so much that we can't leave it on without it, like, burning the house down. So we have to shut it off occasionally. It sucks.
Yeah.
We need to get it looked
I'm sorry,
at.
I'm sorry I'm holding you hostage so I can yell about Doug. But look, I will argue it's not my fault. It's Doug's fault. He subjected me to this.
You didn't have to watch this.
But here's the thing.
You didn't.
He made it.
You didn't have to watch this.
I super did. I thought it was going to be a fun, well, I'm going to come in here and be like, hey, Doug sucks or whatever. And I am. But, like, it's not fun. It's just bad. It's just really, really bad and not funny.
It sucks when something is like, oh yeah, this is going to be real fun because it's so stupid. And it's just real painful to watch.
Yeah.
Just nothing good about it.
So, like, there is one thing I will concede is, like, kind of funny. The guy who plays the leader of Molossia, who is played by the actual leader of Molossia.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty good sport about it. He's, like, actually pretty funny. His delivery's pretty good. There's, like, a bit where, like, he's, like, sitting at his table, and he's, like, wearing his, you know, general or presidential uniform or whatever, and he's sitting at the table, and he's like, so, Doug is going to invade us, or whatever. What's the plan? And he, like, gets up out of his seat, walks off to the side, undresses, dresses in, like, a different outfit with, like, a fake mustache, and, like, a monocle, and, like, a helmet, and he sits down at the other side of the table, and he says, let them come, and then we will attack. And then he gets up, undresses, puts the costume back on, sits at the other side of the table, and he's like, good. And that's it. And, like, that's a kind of a funny, like, gag.
I think the fact that it stopped there is good, because if they kept doing that would have been so annoying.
But, like, it is, like, a pretty funny and decently paced joke.
Yeah, that's, like, pretty good.
It's disappointing that that's the only one I saw in 25 minutes. So, yeah, it's just... Well, I was gonna watch this. I was gonna watch Suburban Nights, which is their weird high fantasy parody where they all cosplay different fantasy characters and go on a quest to find a treasure, but there's, like, an evil magic warlock. And then Mati from Captain Planet dies, and it's, like, an emotional death, but his death creates, like, a plot hole in time and space, and that becomes the plot of the entire next movie, and the entire next movie is 3.5 hours in length.
Oh my god.
And then it just becomes a Star Wars parody for no reason, where it turns out that the cinema snob is, like, actually the father of...
How do you give a duck an eyebrow piercing?
Are you drawing Bean as you, or are you drawing Donald Duck as you?
I'm drawing, like, my, our one listener, actually, I'm like, texting them now. They were like, shit, I gotta make, like, a Mobius Sona. I'm like, damn, I guess I gotta do that.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Leo, I want a Mobiusona.
draw one, coward. How do you give it earrings? Ducks don't have ears, they just have holes. I chose the worst type of animal for this.
Yeah, you really goobered this one, I feel.
That's not terrible. Yeah, I'll leave it
In
like
any
that.
event, it was going to be revealed that Kinley Mockery was the daughter of the cinema snob who was going to be Darth Vader, and it was anyway. And then the Nostalgia Critic died because he sacrificed himself to the plot hole, and also he goes and meets Doug Walker. Like, he goes out of his dimension and he meets the writer, who is basically God, because he's the creator of the Nostalgia Critic.
What a weirdo. I'm trying to give this... Speaking of weirdo, I'm trying to give this duck ears just to see what it looks like, and it's horrible. Hey, Jesse, do you want to see this duck with ears?
I'd love to.
This isn't a deep dive episode anymore. This is just us talking. This is just us when we, like...
But it's a mini dive. I'm doing a mini dive on how terrible Doug Walker is.
Do it as, like, a separate episode or something.
It's only 2 hours. It's shorter than, like, most of our episodes. Oh, Jesus Lord.
Yeah, it's real upsetting.
That's a freaky looking duck.
Yeah, I hate it. I'm getting...
It looks like Howard the Duck from the Howard the Duck movie.
It looks like Howard the Duck from the critically acclaimed Howard the Duck.
Look, first ever mini dive. It's just 0 out of 5. 0 out of 5 terrible ties and nostalgia. You know what? 0 out of 5 Nostalgia Critic mosh pits.
Oh my
because
god.
Leo sent me a video of at Comic-Con. There was a group of Nostalgia Critic cosplayers who were all dancing and screaming at each other, doing a mosh pit at one another. And they're honestly, I saw someone in the reply say that they're honestly dressed. They're doing a better Nostalgia Critic cosplay than Doug Walker ever has.
That's
and I thought
really
that was very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking with me through that, Leo. I just needed to air my grievances about Doug Walker for a bit.
As we all do.
Because he made me watch his terrible movie. Or part of his terrible movie, because I didn't have the willpower to sit through the rest of the movie or any of his other works. Also, I recently followed an out-of-context Doug account on Twitter, and it's so funny.
Oh no, that sounds good.
Because I think their most recent tweet was was the time that Doug met Lion King.
Oh no.
If y'all don't know, he recently did a review of Mary Poppins Returns, where like all of the original Disney reboot characters like show up, and it's just him in MS Paint, like doing some pings of like
Pings.
Yeah, of like Maleficent and whatever, and like the genie from Aladdin, and they like come in one by one, and he's like, oh, Dumbo, oh, Genie, oh, Lion King. He doesn't call Simba. He calls Simba Lion King, which is so funny.
That is really funny.
And they attack the Emma Thompson Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
They attack the Emma Thompson Mary Poppins, and it's one of the worst visual effects I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah, it's real bad.
And it's like, wow, this guy really does have 1 million subscribers, huh?
Yeah, it's super upsetting.
Even after it came out that he was like covering up for a fucking like rapist for like years.
What a freak. I hate every single one of those people.
God, yeah.
Online reviewers are like the scum of the earth.
That's not... We are online reviewers at this point.
Yeah, and I'm scum.
There's some good ones. I like Linkara.
I thought you were gonna say there's some good in you, and I was like, oh, thanks.
You're not... Well...
Anyway.
Anyway.
I'm scum.
You're the worst.
I'm scum.
Call me scum. I thought you'd like that.
Call me scum.
Uh,
Oh man, I can't wait to listen to that back.
oh god. Also, for those listening,
Still listening.
for the one listening,
Maybe.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's cut out at this point. I want to ask. So, I would like to do a deep dive at some point on internet content creators who used to be involved with Channel Awesome, but are no longer such because Channel Awesome is a bad company owned by a very bad set of men. And those who are still affiliated with it are not very good people. So I want to ask, but also I feel like saying, hey, I feel like titling the episode like former Channel Awesome creators who have gone on to do cool things or whatever. I feel like that's kind of not cool because they're more than that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So like is there a way, if anyone could pitch it to me in a way where I can discuss them in a way that doesn't say like, hey, also the only reason I know these guys is because of Doug's terrible website, you know?
Unfortunately,
Like,
that is the case, though. So, like...
Exactly, like, that's the only real connective tissue between them. But I want, like, I don't know, I want a less, like, crappy way to, like, segue between them and whatever. Like, a better, topic for the episode, basically, than just, hey, these guys used to be on Channel Awesome. Because I can't do it on, like, these are some content creators I like, and only do ones that, like, coincidentally used to be on Channel Awesome.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, so if anyone could, like, tell me a way I could do that, because I would love to talk about, like, Phaelus and Lindsay Ellis and Dan Olsen and Linkara. I'm probably going to do a deep dive entirely about Atop the Fourth Wall eventually, because that show very much fascinates me, and is genuinely good. For the most part. But that is a topic for another day. Leo, I can tell that you're a little tired.
I'm tired. I'm over it. I want to stop. Please, I want to get
sorry.
off. I want to get off.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I've been holding you actually hostage for the past, like, 45 minutes now.
I want to get off. I
I
don't like this ride anymore.
Okay.
Thank you for,
we already closed out the episode.
Thank you for listening to these deep dives. To these episodes of deep dives.
I feel like that. No, our deep dive and our shallow dive.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
To borrow a phrase from John Oliver.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah,
Oh.
he does a series on YouTube when he's not doing his main show, where he's like, we usually do a deep dive topic, but here's some shallow dives. Hey, birds, y'all suck. Hey, swimming pools, fix your shit. Everyone smells terrible there.
Thanks, John Oliver.
And it's just like little tiny rants.
That's fun.
It's like, all right, that's cool. But yeah, that's our, I guess Kickassia and Doug, the man, as I guess our first shallow dive.
The man, the myth, the legend, Doug.
Yeah, not all legends and myths are good, evidently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I took like a classics class like not too long ago. Yeah, they suck for the most part.
More like class X.
Like ass, was that the joke?
No, like class, because you said a classics class.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to like make the ass part of it like really.
There was an episode of the Spaceballs animated series called You Bet Your Asic Park.
Oh wow.
Or wait, no, that might have been the Total Drama Island joke. No, wait, no, that was Big Asic Park.
Big Asic, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely an episode of Total Drama where, like, they're like, why are there so many dinosaur skulls or whatever around here? And he's like, oh, those were left over from the the Big Assack Park movie shoot. We're on a budget, so
Oh my
we just
God.
sprinkled in some props.
Man, he said ass, huh?
Yeah, that got edited out in the Cartoon Network version. I think it was just they edited it to those are leftover props from the dinosaur movie shoot. Like,
wow.
super subtle.
awkwardly like dubbed over.
It was so subtle and like so like casual. Like, I bet you couldn't have told the difference. Thanks for listening. Sorry I'm making you record this again. I feel actually bad that I've like done this to you.
I'm stopping Audacity like right now. I'm doing it. I'm
Okay.
killing it. I might have to.
I'm sorry.
I might have to actually, because
I'm sorry.
the program might
Like-
not be working.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on at GrinchFat. Follow Leo at GuashBoy and on Twitter and Instagram.
G boy.
And G Boydles on Instagram also. Subscribe to Media Cage on YouTube. Check out my DeviantArt. I'm not gonna say what it is. Just figure it out. Okay.
Shout into the void. I will be there. And
Whisper into the water, into the river of the water. The water of. I ruined the joke. Hold on. Don't cut it out yet. Don't cut me out yet. Please, let me get this joke right. I need to do it. Please, Leo, please. I'm begging you.
Audition is straight up not working. It's like, yeah,
yes,
application not responding. I'm gonna have to force quit it.
Okay. What was it? Whisper into the water in the river, and it'll send a message my way, and you can find my DeviantArt that way.
Man, you sure pronounced all those words.
Did I do it wrong?
And you just sounded very much like you were trying really hard to say it correctly.
Because I screwed it up so bad the first time. I was like, the winner of the robber.
And
I'm Jessie, and I'm bad at saying words.
And in overcompensating, you wound up just sounding kind of funny.
The river, the water of the river.
Find me in the void. Ugh, it's almost 11 o'clock at night.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna strangle Audition. Give me a sec. And
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna strangle you, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair.